Peggy asked.
Oh,
She entered the living room still wearing her work clothes. What she called her 3 Ps. Power, pantsuit, and pearls. She glanced at the television, perhaps checking to see if she was missing anything.
okay.
Then turned back in.
This will be a follow-up on
Considered telling the truth, at least about
my announcement.
He wanted to see what she'd say. What she'd do.
About
He couldn't say yes.
South Bend.
She might ask to see the body.
Let me explain the relationships here first. There's the grandfather who originally owned the machines. There's a Bridgeport and there's a South Bend lathe.
She pulled a fresh pack of menthol from the pocket.
Supposedly the South Bend had been refitted and brought over to the son's home, and where it sat for however long, 10, 20 years. Subject to moisture and blah, blah, blah. The ways, you know, it's in decent shape. The pulleys inside the headstock are not in the greatest condition. They got a lot of surface rust. Anyway, I'm going to buy the thing regardless. So I made contact with the grandson, who appears to be the, he probably lives with his father. My last message was, you want to sell it today? You can be there in 10 minutes. I'd like to grab the red tote with all the accessory pieces and get started cleaning those up. And he said, okay. And so I show up at the house, I back up to his garage, and he comes out the front door. Well, there's 2 cars in the way, he says. I said, well, I just want to grab that tub. Well, I don't know what's in that tub. Well, it's things that go with the lathe. Well, I'm not sure what in that tub goes with the lathe. I said, well, I know what goes with the lathe. Well, I didn't know you were going to take anything with you. And I'm not sure if that stuff in the tub goes with the lathe. And I said, well, if the stuff in the tub doesn't go with the lathe, then I'm not buying it. I'm not interested unless all the accessories are with it. In my first visit with him, I told him what a shame it would be for somebody to break up that stuff, and if it's sold, it should be sold all as one unit. I explained to him, when you buy the lathe, you buy the steady rest, the follow rest, the four-jaw chuck. So I left. So, you know, as I was walking away, he was telling me that his father would be home at 3:30 or whatever he said. So, you know, here I am willing to pay full price, his asking price, on something that's probably been listed for 6 weeks, and not selling. I would think if I was selling it, I would be willing to drop the price a couple $100 if I hadn't gotten any serious offers in 6 weeks. So I think I'm going to leave him a message that I left it with, you guys figure out what you're selling, and I'll be back in contact with you. And I might have been a little shitty. Okay. I have a new job.
just before she touched the knob. Still here? She asked. She smiled.
The raw material is this rod. It looks like 12L14. It's got a knurled knob on it. It's splined and pressed on. And it has a little hole in the end. Well, it needs to be shortened with a little hole on the end. So, let's just go. This goes over here. So I got a little, let me get the camera down here on this. I got a little production line here, and I tried several things. What I ended up with is I have a long shank center drill. I have this set to the depth, the length, and I am drilling it just a starter hole. So there's still a little wobble with the starter drill, so I go into it, and if I see it banking out, I'll give it just a slight turn, go on down, and give it its hole, put it in this box. Is this box available? So it's this box to the drill press, to this box, then this box will go over here, and then it'll come here and get drilled all the way through, and then it'll go back in this box. And then it'll go to the lathe and get parted off. Oh, let's get the example out. About that far from the end. Nothing's real critical. I can pretty much eyeball that. And the other job I'm doing for this guy is these couplers, and I suspect they may come into play here somehow. So I still have this job to do. I got about 3 more feet of tubing out of 6 feet. And I think I forget how many of these he said he had. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 20. So there's 20, 40, 60, 80. I think there's maybe 250 of these. So my waste stock will be this, which is $170,000. So I will end up with around 250 of those. Okay, that's it. I am going to put on a show you my parting blade, and that parting blade is let's get to the top of it. That was called to the kid who was leaning back on his elbows, fiddling with the toothpick between his teeth. I think there's maybe 250 of these.
bud? The kid nodded and popped the top off the tall brown box.
Okay, the parting blade is roughly 41 thousandths. I'm going to switch.
Lions on internet? Ellis asked, nodding at the television as he peeled off the film. Against the Redskins.
I'm going to switch to this
Gonna get cream.
this thicker one.
You support the home team.
It was 41 thousandths for that one. This one is 88 thousandths. The thing with this one is the angle leads to this corner, which should clean off the parted piece and eliminate the need to file or get rid of any leftover nub. This is one provided, and it has a bit of a nub. Whoever made this parted it on a lathe. So that's where we're at. Kind of, you know, with the lathe, if, you know, it's, come on, guy, just sell the damn thing, you know? I've never seen anybody behave like this. You know, I get over there with the money and he doesn't want to give me anything. I almost feel like just, you know, say, here's my number, you call me when you're ready, when you know what you want to do. He claims his father knows all about it. His father, I speak to his father has no knowledge of the machine. His father used to have that knowledge, but unfortunately his father can't recall a lot of those things, so he's not going to be any help. Yeah, just you know, you advertised it. I'm willing to pay you what you're asking. And you're jerking me around. You know? I kind of like having, you know, that extra money in my drawer, you know, or up here in my cabinet. Which I'll move after this video, because by showing up going through my cabinets. But you know, I've made space. I spoke to an equipment hauler and haven't had a couple exchanges with him. See if he's gotten back with me yet.
There's more than 85,000 people.
No.
Nothing that.
Okay, I just got a message from Brian Block. What did he say? He said if you haven't bought that yet, you need to forget about it and buy this one. And I agree with him.
Ellis tapped the stack of paper. It's much easier. Much simpler.
12 by 30, Model B, Pratt Whitney.
Warren was quickly losing interest. Don't you get it? This right here is a blueprint for a time machine. Wouldn't you like to see the future?
Additional information on...
I've seen enough of the present to know it now. The last good thing society did together was kill Hitler.
Okay, I'm going to be calling Euclid, Ohio. I think that's up northern Ohio.
Telling me you don't want to see how everything turns out. That's like wanting to stick around to see how jumping
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. Thank you, Brian.
World's going to shit.
Getting that thing onto an LTL carrier shouldn't be much of a problem. It'll probably cost me as much to ship it as it does to buy it. But I'm still getting a lot more lathe for the same money. Okay, I need to look into that. So this job is kind of like filing in the sense that you can really stop thinking and start listening. And I will do some thinking about Brian's suggestion. Good looking out.